The time we took office in 2025, COCOBOD had a total liability of 32 billion Ghana cedis, never in the history of this country. Never.
Then today, our friends have money to buy presidential jet, but you can't find money to pay cocoa farmers. When Ghana had this economic crisis after the COVID, and by the way, everybody knows that COVID was a shake-up.
Finally, COCOBOD for say ometie kuafo no. Na no ya na kwani bi bisa say mo se COCOBOD akofom. Mo tete yen sika so. Okay, yati ase. Na mo na mo te office so no. Mo na mo seat and tie no. Ade ntina musika da so yen tat. Ade na hook allowance na maje, belt allowance na maje, tie allowance na maje. Seat allowance na maje mo jiji sa sika ni na ebewie no bozi na maje akodi muso koko no mu no bi adenti na ye sika ana mote mo de aka COCOBOD for say okay ye pama chow mo fa nte ye ya nye ni ye kura edi Dr. Randy Abi as a chief executive officer on some of the top executive executive management members no agia tum say we no omeye amana efe enti by 2026 almost salary amodie no omate so 20% and some of the senior staff members so there almost there at so 10% enti ai we dey omoan ni say na nya ade pa enyi kwan say mugogo farmers nkwan na mobre abra omugogo fo no a omo na hwe mo so do omugwade omusu ba nya omu didi good chemo endi se ebeka mu nko ade a ese ka omo wade ase ade no se ebeka unua na ono no ogu afom ho na wie bo no gidi na wo awie mo bi no oti ho for what for day edi COCOBOD for say eye mo fa mbo ne nche omo omate so omate omo makatwa so omunim say de omo ye antwa yie enti omajai am say we kana kure wa betu samia later omode bai enie press release Ghana COCOBOD management and senior staff pay cuts. The executive management and the senior staff of COCOBOD have effective today, Monday, February 16, 2026, reduced their salaries for the remainder of the 2025-2026 crop year in recognition of the current liquidity challenges in the cocoa industry. The executive management has taken a 20% cut, while the senior staff have taken a 10% reduction in their respective salaries. This decision and other cost-cutting measures in procurement and staff rationalization exercise are aimed at reducing the overall expenditure of COCOBOD and aligning costs with revenue issued by the chief executive. And away any in some COCOBOD for air catcher. Me bacho mo cha se ntwa mo payslip no meto abonten na ya hwese de mo se mo teso no ebedu akatwa na mate so ampa because government of the day mo betima ye krokro de djon obetima ga cha se wate so by no the same salary na na egoso enti mate so mo yehu sai na mo de next month sai na mo be de mo ma yehu we want to know hey magana ni bia so ni wode salary to Ghana ni odin salary atu abonte da enyema menu aye so difficult so be won Ghana in fact is so won so be HRS na so be so ni salary na amount na oje ana age because already ni penny fee bi won nyina dura but abodo nyem fa he ongo kam na emesere no na de se no oyo ba so a osuoso be ga so so ana si wonyini che say obi adi be si eti COCOBOD for yeda ase ma yade cocoa farmers no mo concern na anie say yet so yenti obi ade so ontena top entena condition mu entry casa papa ewie ma wo salary wo da so gide original na mmom no nipa na ono yakuani no onye de wate so se wo make yate so a mo so montim salary so omo so ma di atum ye ma mo challenge accepted omo reduce nti ze mi wiza MPP for na mudi atem no ne kura still na so problem and as a problem to atwa na president edema TESCON our University of Education Winneba Emmanuel Osei ese manoti day ana Afenyo Markin say ye osihwe koko fo sika ya na se ntimi ntwenti bebe Winneba school kola ni bebre ni kapreba tese mo ntimi ntwa school fees o omo ya ye mbobo omo nya aduane po nim say eh
leader, you know that most of us, our parents are farmers. And then they depend on this to pay our fees. Yes. As we speak now, when you go to our campuses, most of our people are struggling with school fees. Exactly. And it's not affecting NDC nor MPP. It's affecting the entire students. So it means that this haircut is not just affecting our fathers and our parents in the house. It's affecting we, the students. Leadership. We have our colleagues from the nursing college here. They promised them automatic posting. Leader, we've not seen anything.
Now there's a new politics munkwa na Ghana yi na cocoa farmers. Cocoa farmers no omuburu 100,000 po. Enti the only people I want to make from school cocoa farmers. Omo na salary ma ya omo ntibida koko no kra no bottle no ba se ba ko boye na 3,600 dodo ahina ya omunya pe halisia asema se koko ni bia ye hu ni bia no esika ni mapa no ye ni koko farmers yo empatadam no moto omu grase enye se omu life omu live good bia ma. But all of a sudden, cocoa farmers were rich. Before now, year from November, every February, into your muki. I know Munada na poor. Now, we are rich, said a year claiming now. 3 months a pet, et money now. Hey, I got like a 12 Lucian politics. Ubesiam and throw it. Ubesuko any no. Ah? Ubesu way, who go any. Cocoa farmers. Are you? Why are they? Why? Omuti just go yate. Enche John Dramani Mahama say go farmers omoma ebeko university free. Omenye full scholarship. Omo de nye first year nkwa omeko no 4 years ni na. Ndi omo ntwan why? Omo de omo nka fie da. John Dramani Mahama so behwe omo. Omenye free scholarship. Ndi ude to wase. Ensumo omo na so yekoko farmer ba. Hey, sempeni. MBB. Ye party pa baby aduri asempani minority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin as or can the plane enye plane fa e dey share the government of the day John Dramani Mahama on any agri minister honorable Eric Opoku any chief executive officer the COCOBOD Dr. Randia be say hey cocoa farm mu betua mu ka o so kan na na madwen say agro na odi mu betua mu ka osit na dankwa agofado ne mpenso die si enye nyasam ketwa Russia Ukraine war ni na echi no nanado make sure say sa didi coupons you betwa me say
Afenyo from nowhere Monsieur world market price BB until no all be lie until no what so. For the first time in the history of Ghana, cocoa equafo omo price per bag yateso. Ebin see that. It has never happened. Even during Gold Coast, when the colonial masters attempted to do politics with cocoa, if you recall the history of NLM, Asante Hine Chiame Bafo Osei to go and read. He took the matter up with cocoa farmers because he himself was a cocoa farmer and fought the colonial government. That he and TSS are Modi cocoa, England. na mu wia nketenkete na mu betua. Even then, our colonial masters respected the cocoa farmers. Then today, our friends have money to buy presidential jets, but you can't find money to pay cocoa farmers. When Ghana had this economic crisis after the COVID, and by the way, everybody knows that COVID was a shake-up where over a year there was no activity. In such difficult circumstances, Akufo-Addo and his government managed to pay every public sector worker. Not a single month. And the police ni bi ni pay amba, soldier ni bi ni pay amba, teacher ni bi ni pay amba, nurse ni bi. Wa hwe mo ye aban adwuma nyina. Papa we and then aban make sure say busumi bia etioka. And ahokyere buy ni say oh obi akoto investment, aban investment or say mato bond. Ebia nipa no or the 10,000 and or the koto bond. Or expect to say busum miensentem bia no obenya interest ebia 2,000. The buy ni say ahokyere buy no aban en fanisi nsanka capital no nipa ni sikate no, the government did not touch it. What the government did was on the interest. What the NDC guys call the haircut. Government negotiated that look, we are in crisis. So please bear with us. Your principal is intact, but we want to reschedule your interest so that we could lower the interest, not your principal. Even so, we paid a hard price for it, correct? Our friend said, Omunti Vida.
Unyantro no. Na nu ye na to force metua yenim. Ah na Afenyo Markin as open trouser. Oh, hey, na say o hire you. Wo be ya me kasa pe, na me say Mary sharp teeth. Eso ade ente sa. Wo DDP na mo de ba no. Na so ko twa ne coupon so mbo wa na wa ye den. DDP na mo de ba ya pensioners fo sika. En papa no omu no. Na be nya stroke e ka dem no. You have the nerves. You got nerves, man. Huh? Oh, the audacity, the temerity, the guts to tell us that one of the head cuts by. One of let's not Afenyo Markin to bossy. One of the haircuts by. What do you want? Say a bedimatia, this a bedimony. Na sound in some movie is also Ghana. Now, Afenyo Markins, as in another year, been going there. I said, John Dramani Mama Suyebi. I'm you. Oh, dear. You can't say, you be few. A bear some case. Ma, maybe also a cocoa farmer what a dance I sign in the Ashanti region. Or say, baby, I don't know. This is me bum. Or be so Tony cocoa farm. Edicoma illegal friends say, a minus galamsey for no. Because cocoa and fat. Na sepa ebeto boketwa so a eno boto amagalam say for.
This is Adanse Ahinsan, a farming community in the Fomena district of the Ashanti region. A farmer here at the Adanse Ahinsan tells me she has only heard that cocoa price has dropped on the international market, for which reason the government has locally reduced cocoa price per sack. However, she has no understanding as to why the government arrived at this decision. Some farmers are alleged to have threatened to cut down their cocoa farms and sell them to illegal miners to mine in their cocoa farms because they are angry over the government decision to reduce cocoa price, and they are not ready to listen to any explanation. Majority of the farmers in this community have gone to farm. I'm lucky to meet this woman who is here drying her cocoa beans. Let me engage her and find out from her if indeed they are really upset with the government and they are going to cut down their cocoa trees. Mame memoaha.
Yeah, yo, Papa.
Na your friend say.
If I try to Cynthia for a
Cynthia, cocoa home come up by. E would you hear what?
Me your Barbara wa me uncle school dem ati yan say about cocoa so. Je mete ya no, ye so wate so. Sanse amana no ne bo na moto no ne ate so nto no so ate so ye ha. Ba haye pa titu say ye ne hwe me school. Haye.
Na mwanya enchiremu a ne entira aban no atekisa decision no.
Mo man ko school me dey table of ye kana blof me table of. Nti twi di anka e bi anka meti ase. Ndi me nya nchiremu bi asa ma mente me ho asesa.
Adanse ahensan mo nso ma ye madwen se mukoko no mu twagu na mo de ama galamsefo because say yati kokoso.
Papa nka inya ne sa yepe enso. Enso wutwagu wie na ja. Ebo sa ba mu a na wani asa ko dinya wachinti. Yadwene ho mienu se ye be magalamsefo anase beja nde yadwene ho pa. Yadwene ho na me susu ye de mintumi koko enwu efa magalamsefo eno emmo wa me magiska di mprempre ya ebi so me nyangui be akra me ho kire me nti aban ni mom ne yesre ne sei onya no susu ye kakra mai
koko mpanyimfo aban krachi mpanyimfo ha obia ma ha enmu medi koko hu nkomo
ne pa cho de bi obia meni ye ndi nkomo obia se bia na mo sei so ntina ma aban ateso nya nchiremu bia sa
ya ton get 100,000 1 billion one farm obo bia fan ko abutiri enzo okono bompa se connection ma mani ni sika no koduro so adwuma na bompa se onya binye enye sa kom dia ba be de wo no ubenu ho enti wo de MPP fo echi Dennis Mrega abuaje echi no mu ntwa ntro no na dawo mo otom ntoso odwama ogofa bo no na se bo no yatuma oba untuma consumers no ne bo onye yatia na yatiti dollar cedi appreciate over the dollar and grab be ne dokono no yera so 7 Ghana 10 Ghana ye gawe mo ya wo market eswate but my ante wo de because we hwan say we nyame ana say we dey world market price eswate but unkwa de me ntaachi musu ni politics pa na mudi se muni kere yo Ghana ni nya onya na ho saa na se they can in rough ma ton magalanse for no na se galanse no bone crime Ghana ha mo ye be che no nya che so aka na minim de ntia sa galanse fatin kwa ya mfa na sa live no anka wo ni pani wi anko che wi okoto asase no achi ni pani aka ho nga wetu atwa wo baton ko ton ase ya so mo so a na say mo ye de mope according to NDC government say omo be fa COCOBOD no na kanko o mabro da ho 32 billion Jesus Christ imagine 32 billion Ghana cedis.
The time we took office in 2025, COCOBOD had a total liability of 32 billion Ghana cedis. Never in the history of this country. Never. When the 23-24 crop season came and COCOBOD, because of its debt profile, no bank was willing to guarantee to give any syndication. In fact, for that year, syndication happened even in December, when the crop season started around October. I'm driving this point to suggest that after 32 years of successful syndication, however you may have the issues with syndication, we could not even go successful with syndicated loans. And what in the past, government upon government used to use the syndication concept as a means of managing the exchange. I remember those days when the dollar arrives in Ghana, you see that there will be some level of stability in the currency, because the Bank of Ghana will now have what? Enough buffers. Now we have shifted our shock absorbers to gold board. But I'm saying that COCOBOD used to be the anchor to which we manage our exchange. These people came and couldn't honor the syndication. That brought the concept of the debt restructuring program. When the debt restructuring program was concluded, then they introduced a financing mechanism. And the financing mechanism, I'm talking to the cocoa farmer here. Despite spending 26.7 billion Ghana cedis on cocoa rows, they couldn't get money to buy the cocoa from the cocoa farmer. it forced the government to introduce a knee-jerk financial engineering. And what they did was that they serve as middle people. They look for the people with the available funds, and then they pick the money from the financier and bring it directly to the cocoa farmer to buy the beans. The difficulty with such arrangements is that, one, there must be serious incentives for the person to do that type of forward sales. Because at that time you are picking the money, there is no cocoa beans physically with you. Unlike in the past, when it's syndication, government collects the money, we have enough resources, and LBCs go and buy, you pay and get your beans. Either you do hedging in your warehouses, or you do forward sales, or you wait when the prices are good, then you do spot sales.
Spot sales, yes.
In this case, it is based on the willingness of the financier to pay or not. Then we got to this situation. In 23-24, how do you do a target of 800,000 metric tons? And you projected to use 786,000 of the 800,000 projected, and you use it as forward sales. So, in the past, if it is syndication, you wait for the beans to come, then you pay the LBCs. This one, you have to go before the season. Then you indicate what is your indicative projections that you expect to get. Based on that, you now do your forward sale against something that is not existent. So the 786,000 that was promised to the financiers, money was given and it was indexed at $2,600. The season ended. You can attribute whatever reason you want to attribute, either your dry spell, the dry season, whatever. But senior, you ended up by getting 400,000 metric tons. Now, I ask a question. The subsequent season, irrespective of the performance of the international commodity price, irrespective whether it is increasing to $20,000 per metric ton or $100,000, you are still bound because of the forward contract you signed of 786,000. You are still bound to pay the excess 300,000 tons that is outstanding based on the indicative price of $2,661. Who pays for it? Who pays for the difference? You have spent all your money on non-core functions of COCOBOD. You don't have money again. Now, you go and sign for a contract. You didn't deliver. In fact, what type of deviation? When you are even doing any work, you give margin of error. Oh, we expect 800,000, maybe plus or minus or something. But 40% deviation, 40% deviation, it doesn't make sense.
So you honorable Ata Isa awo MP Masanelu ana e kasa na say hey na MPP for na omo Afenyo Markin no wa mo na beti so a o kasa NDC 14 chile twan omu ntwa ka no ono so mu ja 32 billion to ode am say hey isi ke su de mu di bi o chese santa bia politicians weska ho munim say akuafo pharmacy hu emobo obi oye just the chief executive officer of COCOBOD on pamono sika onye in a month as a cocoa farmer twen cocoa nyina and imagine ka o mabato cocoa farmer na any fault, but at the end of the day difficulty challenges neba na cocoa farmer na face won sango ya semi we ya so o country mu no emu aye ho wo bo 32 billion e dey at all. Enti cocoa farmers mu ko ngrase na mko hu omo a omo nya momobo. Doesn't look like say most of them are rich. About 80-85% of them are here omo. Kanga say omo do ma menchefo no. Enya udi scam ni ho ntade omo sha force ntade go omo ntumi to grade 3 anase grade C. Last grade omo ntumi to. School fees chair the internet most of my mom scholarship no senka efo a enga go no wo sikatama sore ngo kaso koma COCOBOD for scholarship na mo two offices no dey na mo dey muskane ba uni se go fa na hia nti ana pa scholarship dey ba no ko wen so mo no mo go afumo onyanko aka bom ne cartel abo ka 32 billion Ghana cedis di ato na pass nyame bi hatasoro ha ontwa uka enti kokofo yi bom pipe ma wode mongo so a mundi mun kwenko embre beso dan beso na Afenyo Markin mu sa ka we mu boto ho ana wa so agot sin wano ase apatu pre ana wo ka kire ngwala ne se MPP timi dwa DDP haircut na eni zuzu matwa mu ye we mu bo sa ka we to ho se ma ka se eni zifo na wo ye slow atoni jere na minim de ha no ana onanam za chechede ka we mu ni na nka mu kamuni na nka ya timagu na ya omuzure se omochi mu amso bokoro no bia oba omachi omunti hwinsi ana ye tewo na ore ano sai mahama so bese mochi om afa na ya instruct atoni general se ongo investigate na nka otewo no wo tewo ma ya za instruct na wadwuma na wuni modwuma wo ye enya ngara fo nkwa na ebre Ivorian for anase Africa for omo farmers no ye Cocoa na academ so yes TESCON so.
Unsold bags of cocoa beans are piling up in Ivory Coast, and at Segnu Dagnogo's warehouse in the town of Douekwe, they're nearly at the ceiling. That's a sign of how a global slump in cocoa demand is coming up against a record high price set by the regulator in the world's top cocoa producer. Dagnogo says farmers trust his cooperative to sell their cocoa, which they can usually do quickly.
But honestly, things haven't been going well for quite some time now. So everything is at a standstill for the moment, and we currently owe the farmers a lot of money.
Dagnogo's hope is that the Coffee and Cocoa Council will step in. In January, the regulator launched a program to buy cocoa beans to help farmers. Concerns about declining cocoa inventories stored in poor conditions forced the regulator to accelerate those purchases earlier this month. That's after, at the start of the main crop harvest, the Coffee and Cocoa Council increased its marketing price to a record 2,800 CFA francs, or a little over $5 per kilogram. The aim was to improve farmers' income and ensure the development of the sector. But volatile global prices started to drop. Last week they hit their lowest levels in more than 2 years. Now farmer Frederic Kouassi says buyers won't pay the farm gate price. Instead, he says, they offer lower prices, something that's prohibited by the regulator.
In other words, they offer us a choice that doesn't suit us, and due to a lack of resources, we are forced to accept these prices.
For now, Kouassi is storing bags of beans in his home, but he doesn't want them to accumulate. The mid-crop, when cocoa farmers will harvest again, is approaching. Since the first crop has not been paid for and the accumulating cocoa beans become a burden, he says he could be forced to offload his inventory for a pittance.
I'm saying, once Randy, I've been telling no problem with you, no. Ono Dennis Miracle, Abuajina on your chief executive officer. Ono do grounds. I can't take cocoa farmers and say, I am more easy for Namama Brown Mobre na Mobre. Oh, that's what studio. I know which rich my children. You go explain tire. Me now out rich ma me TV no. Me cocoa fu. Cocoa farmer no momuti cocoa fu mo. What there on life man. Sit down, go to the grassroots, tell the farmers. Say, no monto mwase. And you muna na TV and so muna na radio. In the Minyanku Brabobi, or tell radio Casano Yefro. And they say, all the radio station here, Casankwa, dia, anyway, jai. A day up be a bonum. Now, go farmers say, this is how. And the OT radio soon out to the Cote d'Ivoire, na ye. Our neighbors say, no, me and I send cocoa in Africa to do. First and second for ye. Almost ya tete suwa cocoa na sa academia April. Can't you tell our cocoa farmers? OT radio so TV so na utire me. What is it you? Me na me tie me ni cocoa afu. Dr. Aniabi. Me ni cocoa afu sa am chair chief executive officer du banu nya yo. Na kan ya asem na ya asem a ti say agric minister. Ye de koma friend say sa former Doma MP Ajimamanu. I'm say accountant no makomano agaki minister. No order. Na odi komado order ere go poku pia oba de wayade. Mitamu so onin akufo no interest o tertiary grounds. Doctor Randiabi koko adwuma ye no. Any office, any radio show, any TV show, see grounds, go and speak to the farmers. Tell them the reality. Wama Dennis Minakabo, I didn't know onye cocoa farmer no. Onye CEO, Edema COCOBOD no. Enam eka SAUD, SA NIS nidi. Or say government nidi, but who CEO no. What you want to say? What's a nice place? And I would tell them, oh, radio show, TV show. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Who just any grounds? The internal council who got allowance na mojeno. Any better allowance na mojeno. You find an office. Fu no cry sa to ma. Ndi wo ha no say. Ka na ya na sa de ma wo ha no say. Wo ko ka cry sa ye. Unam kwa no so cry na wo de en say. Kuya gogo farmers fo no. Se wanyere no ho antomoto. Na ka na o de be kwa. Sa ka na edi ni pese e fence boot no. Ebi ana mo de ko group ono kura na okodo edi go ne brew ama wo ye chief executive officer si grants out office ana you me from each uchi bro for na wo beka ko go from am do say na table of adodo say na table of every coast cocoa farmer omuko coast akabontin akadem ana yasati board so sa na nya Ghana nko ha and cocoa crisis no I hate the top cocoa producers in Africa, Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana. Now, COCOBOD, executive management, as you omodia to omafum, and you almost omat salary so, and your senior staff members watch omodia so 10%, and executive management at so 20%. Afenyo Markin say Nanadu etimi a haircut coupons no de ma amount for dia your mama. Cocoa no munjwa me say one day haircut ne buy. Now you asu na to forcing e make payment yet ye yenwie. Obetwere to ne wo. Ndi Afenyo Markins em throw ye. Adena say wo gasa nyesa. We hini you. For comments no to comment section na say wo wie no subscribe like in SMONUA enya bi hwe na mp before omo ye ome omo chire bi power ha. Naked truth Oldboga trends edino eba ko pe Maxi Billian Macram. Bye bye.